The air hung heavy. It was a sweltering Arizona night. Chase Field, with its roof open to the desert sky, was ready for a battle. The Los Angeles Dodgers were in town, so were their fans. The buzz in the stadium was palpable. This was a big game. The Dodgers, a team built for October, were facing the upstart Arizona Diamondbacks. The Snakes, as they were known, were hungry for a statement win. Both teams boasted potent offenses. The pitching matchup was intriguing. Young fireballer Roki Sasaki for the Dodgers against the veteran lefty Eduardo Rodriguez. Runs were expected. Nobody, however, expected the offensive explosion that was about to unfold. The Dodgers struck first. They put up a crooked number in the third inning. 5 runs crossed the plate. The Dodgers were rolling. Their bats were hot. The Dodger faithful in attendance erupted in cheers. They had seen this before. Their team, it seemed, was unstoppable. Leading the charge was the heart of the Dodgers order. Freddie Freeman, a hitting machine, was locked in. Mookie Betts, a perennial MVP candidate, was a threat every time he stepped to the plate. And then there was Shohei Ohtani. The two-way phenom, a force both on the mound and at the plate, was the most captivating player in baseball. Tonight, he was on fire. The Diamondbacks, however, were not going away. They chipped away at the Dodgers' lead. They scratched across a run here. They manufactured another there. The crowd, sensing a shift in momentum, roared its approval. The Snakes were back in the game. The Diamondbacks' resilience was no surprise. Led by their manager, Torey Lovullo, they never gave up. They had a knack for coming back in games. Their lineup, filled with young talent, was fearless. The Dodgers, despite their early lead, knew this game was far from over. The 8th inning arrived. The Dodgers, clinging to a slim lead, were in search of insurance runs. Instead, disaster struck. The Diamondbacks, fueled by a series of clutch hits and a couple of questionable calls from the umpires, rallied for 4 runs. They took the lead. The momentum had completely shifted. The Dodgers' dugout was a mix of frustration and disbelief. Their pitching coach, Mark Prior, had been ejected for arguing balls and strikes. The normally stoic Dave Roberts, the Dodgers manager, wore a look of concern. The Dodgers, a team accustomed to winning, were on the ropes. Section 5. Hope Flickers. The Dodgers entered the 9th inning trailing by 2. The heart of their order was due up. Hope, though faint, remained. Freddie Freeman led off with a single. A glimmer of hope. Then, Andy Pages doubled, scoring Freeman. The deficit was 1. The tension in the stadium was palpable. Every eye was on the field. Kike Hernandez, known for his clutch hitting, stepped to the plate. The crowd held its breath. Hernandez delivered, ripping a double down the line. Pages scored. The game was tied. The Dodgers, once on the verge of defeat, were back from the dead. The stage was set for a storybook ending. Section 6. The shot heard round Arizona. The crowd, a mix of Dodgers blue and Diamondbacks teal, was on its feet. The noise was deafening. Shohei Ohtani, with 2 men on base, stepped into the batter's box. The air crackled with anticipation. He had been relatively quiet at the plate since his first at-bat. This was his moment. The Diamondbacks pitcher, Ryan Thompson, looked in for the sign. He delivered a splitter, low and away. Ohtani unleashed his powerful swing. The crack of the bat echoed through the stadium. The ball soared high into the night sky, a white speck against the backdrop of the desert night. It landed deep in the right field bleachers, a 3-run homer. The Dodgers had the lead. Section 7. Legendary comparisons. The Dodgers dugout erupted in a frenzy of excitement and jubilation. The players who had been on edge just moments before were now celebrating with unrestrained joy. High fives, hugs, and shouts of triumph filled the air as the team basked in the glory of their newfound momentum. Shohei Ohtani, known for his calm and composed demeanor, momentarily let his emotions take over. With his arms raised high, he rounded the bases, a triumphant smile spreading across his face. It was a rare sight to see Ohtani so openly expressive, but this was a moment that called for it. The Dodgers, who had been teetering on the edge of defeat, were now firmly in control of the game. Their confidence was palpable, and it seemed as though nothing could stop them. The shift in momentum was undeniable, and the team was feeding off the energy of the crowd and each other. Ohtani's powerful home run had not only energized his own team, but had also deflated the Diamondbacks and their fans. The once hopeful crowd now sat in stunned silence, their dreams of victory slipping away with each passing moment. The atmosphere in the stadium had shifted dramatically, and it was clear that Ohtani's heroics had made a significant impact. Show keeps getting put in these spots that you expect the incredible, and he rarely disappoints, said Max Muncy, the Dodgers' veteran first baseman. Muncy's words echoed the sentiments of many who had witnessed Ohtani's extraordinary performances time and time again. It was as if Ohtani thrived under pressure, consistently delivering when it mattered most. His words were a testament to Ohtani's remarkable ability to rise to the occasion. In the most critical moments, when the stakes were highest, Ohtani seemed to find another gear, elevating his game to new heights. It was this quality that set him apart from so many others in the sport. Dave Roberts, the Dodgers manager, went even further in his praise of Ohtani. He had seen many great players over the years, but Ohtani's unique combination of skills and clutch performances left a lasting impression on him. "Between him and Barry Bonds, they're the two best players I've ever seen," Roberts said. This comparison to Bonds, one of the most iconic figures in baseball history, spoke volumes about the level of respect and admiration Ohtani had earned from his peers and coaches. What Shohei does in the clutch, I've never seen anything like it. His ability to perform under pressure, to deliver in the most critical moments, is something truly special. It's what makes him a legend in the making, and why fans and players alike can't help but marvel at his talent. Section 8. A night for the history books. This was not just any ordinary game, it was a spectacle that would be remembered for generations. The atmosphere was electric, the stakes were high, and the players were ready to give it their all. The Dodgers held on to win 14-11. The final score was a testament to the relentless spirit of both teams, who fought tooth and nail until the very last pitch. The scoreboard lit up, reflecting the hard-fought battle that had just concluded. It was a game for the ages, the kind of game that keeps fans on the edge of their seats, hearts pounding with every swing of the bat. The tension in the air was palpable, and every moment was filled with drama and excitement, a game that would be etched in the memories of all who witnessed it. The fans, dressed in their team colors, roared with approval, their cheers echoing through the stadium. It was a night where dreams were made and legends were born. The Dodgers, with their never-say-die attitude, had once again proven their mettle. Their determination and teamwork were on full display as they rallied together, overcoming every obstacle thrown their way. Each player contributed, making it a true team effort, and Ohtani, with his clutch home run, had cemented his status as a true superstar. His performance was nothing short of spectacular, showcasing his incredible talent and poise under pressure. The crowd erupted as he rounded the bases, a hero in their eyes. The game was not just a display of offensive firepower, it was also a testament to the unpredictable nature of baseball. Every pitch, every swing, every play had the potential to change the course of the game. It was a reminder of why baseball is called America's pastime. The Dodgers became the only MLB team in the modern era to lead, trail by 2 or more runs, lead by 5 or more runs, trail by 3 or more runs, and then lead by 3 or more runs all in one game. This roller coaster of a game was a statistical marvel, a rare occurrence that left analysts and fans alike in awe. It was a statistical anomaly, the kind of game that defies logic and expectations, where the impossible becomes possible. Fans watched in disbelief as the scores fluctuated, each twist and turn adding to the drama of the night, a night that defied logic and expectations. As fireworks lit up the sky and players celebrated in disbelief, it was clear that this was more than just a game. It was a night for the history books, a night that would be remembered and talked about for years to come. Section 9. Echoes of the Battle. It was a game with a lot of passion, Ohtani said through his interpreter, Will Ireton. The atmosphere was electric, the tension palpable. Every pitch, every swing, every catch was charged with an intensity that could be felt by everyone in the stadium. His words, measured and understated, belied the magnitude of his performance. Ohtani had not just played a game, he had orchestrated a symphony of skill and determination. His every move on the field was a testament to his dedication and prowess. The echoes of the battle lingered. The empty field, now bathed in the glow of the stadium lights, seemed to hum with the energy of the game that had just unfolded. It was as if the very ground remembered the footsteps of the players, the crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd. The Dodgers, though exhausted, were energized by their improbable victory. Their faces, a mix of relief and exhilaration, told the story of a team that had given everything they had and emerged victorious. They had faced a formidable opponent and had risen to the challenge. "The monster comes through again," exclaimed Austin Barnes, the Dodgers catcher, as he greeted Ohtani in the dugout. His voice was filled with admiration and respect, a recognition of the extraordinary talent that Ohtani brought to the game. His words captured the sentiment of the team. They knew they had witnessed something special, something that would be remembered for years to come. Ohtani's performance had not only secured their victory but had also inspired them to push their limits. Ohtani, their quiet leader, had delivered once again. His calm demeanor and unwavering focus had been a source of strength for the team. He had shown them what it meant to be a true champion, leading by example and letting his actions speak louder than words. Even Torey Lovullo, the Diamondbacks manager, could only tip his cap. In the face of such brilliance, there was nothing more to do than to acknowledge the greatness of the opponent. It was a gesture of respect, a nod to the extraordinary talent that had just been displayed. "He's a game changer," Lovullo said of Ohtani. His words echoed the thoughts of everyone who had watched the game. Ohtani had the ability to turn the tide, to change the course of the game with a single swing of the bat or a perfectly timed pitch. On this night, in the desert heat of Chase Field, Ohtani had indeed changed the game. The sweltering heat had done nothing to dampen his spirit or his performance. He had risen above the conditions, delivering a performance that would be talked about for years, and he had done it in spectacular fashion. With a swing that seemed to defy the laws of physics, he had sent the ball soaring into the night sky, a fitting end to a game that had been nothing short of extraordinary. The echoes of the battle would linger long after the final pitch, a testament to the magic of baseball and the brilliance of Shohei Ohtani.